turn this thing on. What a good morning. Oh, it's on my phone. Oh my god. He got the truck here. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, a couple weeks ago I had mentioned a old Dodge Ram pickup truck, and I've also mentioned it a couple months ago back when I bought this old beater, which was a beater, but now it's a beast, which, by the way, I'm going to give it a wash today, and I've got some new mods for it. It's going to be piped for it. Brand new mods for the truck. It's going to be exciting to put them on, but this thing, back when I bought it, same location, the same guy, too. He was able to locate down that old one, just sitting back in his woods somewhere, and was able to get it loaded up on a trailer and pulled all the way from Muffinburg, Pennsylvania, all the way down here to Indiana, and it's now sitting on that same old dumpster lot that's down there, too. It's been there for like a couple days now, but he's like, I can get it whenever I want, which I'm not going to go get it immediately because I've got stuff to do around here. Alright, sorry about that, man. I've had bad camera batteries, but, before I do that, I have a couple garage things to discuss today. I got the remote, by the way. I went and bought a remote for this thing. It's pretty cool. I got some garage stuff to discuss. This thing needs a bath. Badly. In this little dune buggy, I haven't barely ever even touched this thing. I haven't started it. I'm going to probably fire it up later today because I'm going to post it on Marketplace. I think like 11, 12-year-old kid, probably like a 12-year-old kid or 13-year-old would have 11, 12-year-old would have so much more fun with this thing than I will. We'll get a lot more use out of it than I will because it's a little bitty dune buggy. I mean, I don't really drive it, and especially with the recent purchase of, where is it at? Where did I, oh, this thing. With the recent purchase of this thing here, the Lizard Cross Cart, I really don't think we're gonna get much use out of this one over here anymore. With the big reason, well, we just literally purchased this thing a week or two ago, and it's a lot bigger. It's basically like an upgrade compared to this one. So I'm willing to drive it outside. I think it should start. Yeah, it starts up. It's really a nice little car. I think it's getting a lot of use out of someone else than me. I think I've only driven it like once or so. So I'm gonna pull this thing over here. And I'm gonna leave that right there because I will be coming back and get that thing later and washing it and cleaning it and putting it up for sale. I'll probably wash it the same time I wash this thing. But this thing I gotta get out later today. But for the meantime, let's get the mods put on this thing. So I haven't started it in a while. Actually, I just started like a day ago. I've been driving it to work. But I'm gonna drive this thing over here because I'm going to go put the mods on this thing and give this thing a bath, and I'll be back once that is all done. Okay, so the customizations are done. What I have done are the mods that are done. What I've added the old bumper. This was the old one that was sitting in that parts barn over there. It was sitting in that barn. And that's all I did really to the main truck. Now the bed is where most of the customizations came in. I already seen a big difference. I've metallized out the lights. I put the old reflectors. I think those are getting a little hard to see at night. Oh yeah, and I also of those dark covers. It was kind of muffling my headlights, and I almost had a crash with them, so I turned them off, put the old ones and the tail lights back on. And I ordered these cool logos. Now, I had the option to get them in light up or off light, and they didn't. Were in Spanish. I guess I might accidentally click the Spanish option. So now it says something in Spanish. It says El Toro, which didn't mean to order those, but I ordered them, and I figured they looked pretty cool, so why not put them on it? Ain't gonna hurt. So let's put this. I'm gonna leave this truck here for now. I just also waxed it and polished it. So now we need to get in this barn over here because we're taking this thing. Cause the guy, I didn't buy it. He wanted the trade. He wanted this truck like he wanted that 2020 for which that 2020's in Pennsylvania now. He actually hauled that truck down there with the 2020, but it's already left. He left the keys in it. He said just to leave the keys in this one, and he'd haul it back to PA, and he'd use it up there. He needs another work truck. That actually, he said the 2020 is the transmission's starting to crap in it, which is kind of made me sad. I put a lot of money in that truck, and and you didn't think the transmission already be going bad in it, but it already is. But we need to drive this truck all the way up here. It's at the same position, same spot we bought the other one, if I already said that. We need to drive up here. Getting rid of this truck, finally. Not as bad truck or anything. I haven't owned it for too long. I'm not going to get rid of the other one yet. I'm going to keep it, the other one, for now. But this one I figured I'd just go ahead and get gone. Eventually I am going to get rid of the other one, though. For that other Dodge Ram he has. I'm going to try to talk him into a trade for it. And if not, I'll eventually just buy another one. But I was able to talk him into a trade. He actually kind of asked me if I wanted to trade for it. If I had another truck kind of similar to that I'd be willing to trade for another one of those. Because he has like a lot of second gens that are all broken down. He don't know how to fix any of them. He just don't feel like messing with any of them. He just wants other trucks, newer trucks. So let me try to find this thing somewhere down here. It's parked along here somewhere. I gotta find it. Actually, I don't know where he put it exact. I think it was further on down there. There it is. Yeah, man, P-Line's the most awkward parking spots for these trucks. I am probably gonna have to jump start it off this truck. There it is. So right here, down here, is a 1998 Dodge Ram Crew Cab. This was the other Ram. He had managed to pull it out of his barn and didn't get it running. He just winched it up on the trailer and hauled about a couple of, at least 10-hour, 12-hour drive all the way here to Indiana and just dropped it on the slot he still owns and just drove back home. I see the keys in there. He should have the doors unlocked. He left the keys up there on the dash. I see them. But he just told me to leave the keys in this one too, which what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna leave them in the ignition. I'm gonna leave them on the dash, parked up there. I mean, he just knows when he was ready to come get it. He had said it took him like 3 months to even come get that 2020, and it just sat out on the slot for like 3 months. And eventually he came. It's probably gonna be a couple months. This one's gonna sit out on the slot before he actually comes and gets it. Try to make sure the oil was changed and everything on it. So besides that, let's get in this one and see if we can't get it going. So here, the steering's actually pretty free. The tires aren't flat. He brought it down here a couple days ago. What just happened when I took the key in it? Nothing. Didn't think anything would. I mean, there's a little, looks like maybe a little light, dim. But I'm gonna raise that on this one. Let's jump start it. I'm gonna have to pull it actually a little bit closer. This might be like the last couple starts of this truck has for a couple months. Just gonna see just a teensy bit, a little bit closer. Okay, that's about as close as we need to be. Hook, okay. Now we got the headlights. Come on. See if it'll start. Come on. Give it some juice to the car and see if it'll light off. It lit off. Let's give it some more. This time we'll give it a lot more. Gave it some more. Let's see if this thing will light off. Alright. Alright, it'll light off. It didn't light off that time much. Did it lead off for a second, then it died. So let's put some gas in the tank. I just want to see if it'll get some power to it. Now it's, I probably don't have much juice on that truck in there. Well, let's see if we can get it to fire up the rest of the way. Oh, it ran. I probably need to give it some help. Give it a little bit more go-go juice. Okay, now it should light off. Oh. I think the battery just ran dead in that truck over there. Let's see if it'll start up. There we go, the battery's running dead. I'm going to let it run and try this. It's idling. It runs. Would you look at that? 6.2, this thing runs. The engine looks like it needs some motor mount, but it's running. That wasn't too bad to get started. I mean, it started a lot easier than the other one did. This is going to be basically the replacement for this truck, except I'll drive this one a lot more. I'm going to hop in this truck while I let that one idle. I'm going to pull this one back up here. The battery light's flashing like crazy now. That'll make it open and charge it back here because I jucked some juice out of that thing. Make it in a good parking spot. It's probably going to be a couple months for this one actually sees the light of the road again. Backup camera. It might be a couple months for this one actually fires up again. I left the key in it. Up on the dash. I'm gonna go. Oh, that thing is loud, just like the other one is. Alright, I'm gonna put it. Oh, that ain't probably give that back tire, but maybe I'll straighten that out. I'm gonna put it in first gear. Let's see how this thing will drive. Ooh, okay, that thing drives right off. Would you look at that? It drives right off. Also looks like the suspension straightened out, which is good. Let's drive this thing home. It's actually the 7.3 in it, correction. 7.3 lit off. Let's give it full and try to get this thing home. See what we can get it up to. It looks like it actually takes right off. I don't know why I just don't think. He just also said he lost his interest for these. He had collected them for so many years and eventually lost his interest in them, so they all just sat in a barn. So this one I'm just taking. I've taken already 2 of them off his hands. I also kind of like these trucks now too. Alright, I'm gonna take this one. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that truck. My phone, I gotta do something on my phone. There we go. Never text and drive. That was not good. Anyway, we don't act like that happened. Anyway, we gotta turn here. Make that turn. Let's drive this thing home. I am on one side. I'll mess around with this truck a little bit. Not get everything put away. Alright, there's already built one. Let's park it. I'll park it right in front of it here. Look at this comparison. So they both came from the same place, except this one is fixed up, and this one's still kind of beaterish. Battery's still probably dead. I probably need to get new, but that ain't no big deal. That's the new truck. The new project truck. And I'm probably gonna go inside, put down this camera, come back out here, and get this dune buggy posted for sale. But before I put down there, I gotta talk about the solid fleet side a little bit. This thing I've not even brought up in a while, but I've driven it every now and then, but I really haven't driven it much. I mean, with the new one I gotta worry about, I really haven't used it. I am keeping it, I'm not getting rid of it, but it's actually not a bad truck. I mean, I've been keeping up real good maintenance on it to try to keep this old engine running as long as possible, but it's not been the best to me. I mean, it's already almost has sprung a huge carburetor. It gave me some issues, but I've kept it running pretty good. I don't plan to get rid of this thing anytime soon, but it's ran good over these years. Not even a year yet. I haven't even owned it for a year. But really, that's all it's changing in the garage. I mean, Beetle's still alright in here. I plan to do also, I think I'm gonna go camping soon. I think I'm gonna go camping like a week or two as well. I'm probably also gonna go, I probably need to get this camper out and get it aired up and stuff. I probably choose a trailer to take. This thing, I actually need to change the oil on it because actually yeah, I need to change and give it some throttle, but I need to change the oil on that old thing over there. But I think I'll probably take this one. I haven't really used this trailer much. Probably take it. I'll probably, if I can get this thing up running good enough, I'll take the new crew cab truck on the trip. But I'm gonna go inside for the day and not for the day, but I'm gonna go inside, put down this camera, and head back out and get cleaning up that go-kart and get ready to put it on Marketplace for sale. I'm gonna go in here, put down the camera on this drawer. Beep.